Oh my fucking God. Get out of here. Really? Is that true? Dan Bongino, Janine Pirro, and Maria Bartiromo have all been fired by Fox News. This is the aftermath of Dominion voting system, gentlemen. Fox needs to get rid of. Oh, shit. Bye-bye. And I tell you goodbye doesn't mean forever. I don't celebrate anyone losing their job. Are you fucking kidding me? I am glad BTK is no longer a deacon or a park ranger. What the fuck? Or Judge Janine Pirro's case, I'll make an exception. Maria Bartiromo to be fired from Fox News as Ruben moves to be less vulnerable after 7-8. Yeah, I told you, if there was a single person responsible for this shit, it was Maria Bartiromo. Oh, fucking. Sorry, we just gotta potty for a moment. Potty for a moment. All right, potty for a moment. Having a little party for a moment by myself. All right, everybody, Bongino's getting fired again. Bongino's getting fired again. All right, this is just, I'm being stupid, but thank God. Fuck those people. I hope she lands somewhere because she's good comedy when she says some of her stupid shit. But man, that just happened. Yeah, there, hold on. I love, here's the funny part. This is what I love. Let me show you something real quick. Where it is, here we go. So the news article that just came out from MSN said Maria Bartiromo and Janine Pirro will be fired from Fox News as he does. And that's happening a lot of you. Like Maria Bartiromo is trending because of this. Apparently Bongholio is getting fired too. Because he doesn't make the station any money and he's a waste of fucking space, whatever. But they don't even mention him in the articles because who gives a fuck? Oh, here you go. Mediaite did it. See what I mean? Like all the big things are going. The women, there are 2 women who've been fired. It's coming to the defense of women even when they're awful. Meanwhile, Dan Bongholio out at Fox News. Boom, boom. Oh, this is so good. All right. Parts shit. Look at this. Dan Bongholio parts ways with Fox News. Is that what he did? Is that what he did? He parted ways. And I tell you goodbye doesn't mean forever. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. The pro-Trump firebrand, get the fuck out of here, fart bag, who turned frequent Fox News appearances into a job hosting a weekend show on the network, is out at the outlet. Bongholio, the host of Unfiltered and Fox Nation's Canceled in the USA. Oh, shit. His show was called Canceled, and he's fucking canceled. Oh, cancel culture. It's terrible when it happens. It's terrible. It's so terrible when it happens to the people who have been trying to fight back against it. Bongholio announced his departure from the network on his latest podcast, telling his audience that regrettably last week was my last. Oh, he didn't even get to shut the fucking place down. Whoa. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on.
It's some personal news to share today. Also, I said to you yesterday, the weirdest thing about these lefties is when they screw some stuff up, right?
No, you can swear. It's a podcast. Nobody's listening.
Or maybe when they don't screw stuff up, when they just...
Also, why is his audio way off? Is that just me? My audio seems fine to me.
Just like go on attack and do really dumb stuff. They have this need to advertise it later. It's the weirdest thing ever. What if I told you they wrote an article in Time? We covered a while ago and I cover again today. They actually wrote an article in Time celebrating, in their words, a conspiracy to interfere in the 2020 election. Their words, not mine. I was reminded of this yesterday when we were talking about the Dominion story.
Okay, by the way, this asshole cannot read. I mean, he can perceive the orders of words and recite the words on the page. So he's able to operate a teleprompter. But his reading comprehension is the absolute fucking worst in the right-wing world. And that's saying a lot.
Sorry. How these lawyers for Dominion, it's the weirdest thing, are thanking the media for a lawsuit against the media that's hacking the media.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like just the lack of comprehension and the misfires in the brain that are, yeah, not good.
It's the craziest thing I've
Isn't
ever
it
seen.
crazy?
Gonna get to that a lot more. Don't go
But-
anywhere. Kind of dreading a little bit at the beginning of the show today, but stand by for a second. You'll see what I mean.
Nope.
I did let my team know.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Stay tuned for later in the show. So I've got some personal news to share. Let's just get ready.
By the way, it's not personal news. It's business news. You're not pregnant. You're not changing your pronouns. You're not getting married. You're not getting divorced. You don't have a baby on the way or a baby out of the way. It turns out I'm not the kid's father. Thanks, Maury. You know, it's none of that. It's not personal news. It's business. And the reason he wants to call it personal news is because he doesn't want to recognize that it is a business failure. We all have them. Nothing to be ashamed of. In my industry, comedians get fired every weekend. We're always temps at a new job, and we never get to stay over more than a couple of days.
Right to it. Folks, regretfully, last week was my last show on Fox News, on the Fox News channel. I haven't told.
I don't know if regretfully, not for us, obviously, maybe for you. And also, it's regrettably. I mean, the words regrettably. Regrettably, I will no longer be. We're not regretfully. What are you writing, poems?
Joe, that I know Guy, who's in the office with me, knew before the show. I did let my team know here this morning. And
my team. Both guys. You had to let both guys know. Both the other dudes. And the engineer that works at the studio that they pay a little bit to actually cut the show or do some shit.
It's tough. It's tough to say that.
Yeah. It's not tough to hear it, though. I will say. I will say that.
You know, I've been there doing hits and working there for 10 years. Appearances. I'm sorry. Shouldn't talk.
Yeah, don't. Obviously, you haven't been murdering people on. Yeah, you haven't been killing it over there in any respect. Yeah, so not only have you lost your show, but you are now persona non grata on the whole fucking channel.
Talking media jargon. Appearances on the network for, I think, close to 11 years. So the show ending last week was tough. I don't want you to. It's not some big conspiracy. I promise you, there's no acrimony. This wasn't some like.
It wasn't even a surprise. The show was terrible. It didn't make any money. It was a waste of space. It was driving viewers away, and because it existed contractually, they had to pop him onto other shows to promote the fact that it's on the weekends, and nobody wanted him as a guest.
WWE brawl that happened. We just couldn't come to terms on an extent.
We couldn't come to terms on. They refused to pay me if I refused to stop lying.
And that's really it. The sad part is, again, I really enjoyed myself there. And
well, it's nice that you enjoyed yourself there because no one else did.
You know, they were good to me for 10 years. I mean, it allowed me to do a show called Unfiltered. We did.
Yeah, which was very filtered, by the way, which you always used to bitch about not being able to say on the air what he really wants to say. Hence, some level of filtration was going on. Please mention
we
cancel.
wanted to do over there and covered the topics we wanted to cover. And it's
And it continually sucked in the ratings, and nobody was interested, and nothing I did out in anywhere else actually grew the show at all. And they threw me a bone, and I licked it and spit it back, and it was wasted for everybody's time. But it's kind of sad to say that these people won't have to deal with me anymore.
a sad day.
No, it isn't. It's not. It is not a sad day. You lost a television show and a spot on a network because you cost them tens of millions of dollars.
It's a sad day.
No, it was a sad day years ago when they ignorantly made the decision to put you and Judge Janine and Maria Bartiromo in a position to fuck the network out of $800 million. That was the sad day. You only know it in retrospect.
They did give me the opportunity to do one last show. I don't.
And let me guess, that show was you apologizing for bullshitting about the big lie, and you said
I
no.
want you to think they showed me the door. That's on me, not on them. But I just thought it was best to kind of go this way for now. Like I said, it's not acrimonious. I have a great team over there. I want to thank
And now there's somebody else's team, and
everyone. I especially want to thank first a woman by the name of Lauren. Why is this hard? I didn't think this was going to be hard. Really, she really took a chance on me.
What do you mean? Lauren's last name? You mean the woman who took a chance on you and gave you a show, and you can't remember her last name, or are you just not saying it, or did you blank it
This
out?
way for now. Like I said, it's not acrimonious. I have a great team over there. I want to thank everyone. I especially want to thank first a woman by the name of Lauren. Why is this
the
hard?
shit?
I didn't think this was going to be hard. Really,
Hold on.
She really took a chance on me early on.
Why is it hard? What? Remembering the last name of the person who helped you? The fuck are you talking about? Hold on, I gotta move the chat out of the way over here because holy shit, like just the fucking petty ego. Yeah. You had a good team. Everybody in the chat. You had a great team.
Early on at Fox. I mean, when nobody knew who I was. So
yeah, I remember her. Lauren. You guys remember Lauren, right? Lauren of the Westchester Laurens. She was Lauren O'Lauren, I think was her name. Fucking hell.
she's just a really good person. And Megan and Suzanne, the boss over there, for giving me a lot of opportunities. And I had a great team, folks. You might not know them. You're probably never going to meet them. But
no, definitely not.
when you saw the
you might meet them, but they're not gonna lead with "I used to work on Dan Bongholio's show." You might meet him and not even know that's the Lauren I was talking about, because interestingly enough, she's ashamed of herself now.
Show, I assume a lot of you enjoyed it. We went out as number one.
There's a phrase about assuming.
One. Maybe we were the number one show last week, and we were the number one show about 90% of the time.
90% of the time, they were the number one show on Fox at that hour. In terms of Fox, like when we were on the air, we were the number one on the air show. I'll have you know that this live stream right now that you're watching is the number one live stream of Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide of all the other live streams that I'm not currently doing.
We had a great team. Sabrina was the executive producer. And Will, who was our number two, and Kirsten was there. She was great.
Wasn't she? Wasn't Kirsten great? I think let's give it up to Kirsten. Kirsten, what's her name? Everybody. And Will, what's his name? Friends, they're all, Laura is part of their, Lorraine is part of their, they're all good people. Willie, Jackson, Frederick. Give it up for Nate. I think it was there was this one guy that I saw occasionally when I was going to like yell at somebody about my coffee being cold. That guy, I'll never forget his face. I don't know his fucking name, but I'll never forget his face. And I used to go, "Hey, guy," and we were so close to coming to blows a couple of times because he once, said, "What's my name?" to me, and I was like, "Fuck you, buddy." And Jesus Christ,
Nico, Isabella, Sam, Patrick. We had Joey.
you did have Joey, and was that consensual or?
We had a really great team over there, and I really, really appreciate the opportunity to do it. And I'm sorry to pass that on to you. But again, we just couldn't come to terms. There's no big conspiracy.
Yeah, we couldn't come to terms. They wouldn't pay me if I wouldn't stop lying. Oh, yeah, it's romper room. I see Willie and Frankie and Lauren and Jocko and Whizbang and the Skeeter. Oh, we had a great team over there. Guy 1, Guy 2, Guy Fleegman. I don't even have a last name. Guy, you have a last name. Do I? Do I?
I promise you, you're going to read 1,000 left-wing articles about some nonsense that I'm guaranteeing you on my reputation, it is all made up. It's a simple contract.
Yes, whatever they say about me is definitely made up. It's just a contract thing. And since legally Fox is not allowed to say anything via the terms of the contract that I signed, that any idiot puts in, that unless there's gross negligence on my part or they're charging me with a crime, they can't even mention why I left and they have to wish me well. That's in every contract. I just want you to know that, by the way. You know when the network says nice things about people when they leave? I want you to know that if you have a decent agent, they will put that in when you join the show. That's part of the terms. Unless you leave on because you were arrested for some shenanigans or you were fucking, stealing Betamax machines from the fucking editing bay, they have to be like, well, we love the work that they did and we want to, especially Lauren. Lauren did great work and we're just so, we wish them well in their endeavors, blah, blah, blah. Right. You know what I'm talking about? That's always in there. When you see that happen, I want you to know that.
Thing, and that's it. It is no more complicated than that.
Yes, well, I don't doubt the entire affair is rather simple.
Unfortunately, the timing's not great. I get that.
But is there a great timing to be cut loose from a network that just lost $800 million? I think it's, yeah, I guess it does look like shit.
But I just want you to know we have some really great things planned in the future.
Yeah. And one of them is not losing $800 million from the Dan Bongholio show. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We've got I'm gonna put more of my name on the background, a lot of that, and then I'm gonna be here doing this. And I'm gonna. By the way, can I just say for the record? Remember, I don't know if you guys, maybe you guys do know this. Remember that dust up I actually got in with Bongholio just not too long ago. Just about what a shitty, idiotic person. And it was like, I think even what started it was pretty innocuous. Like it was not a huge deal considering the shit I've talked about this idiot over the last couple of years, especially. What I said was relatively minor, if I do recall. And he fucking snapped. And it probably because of this windup, right? But at one point he was, because I have my PR agent, I have their contact stuff on my Twitter page because people ask for it and it's smart. It's good business. And I have that up there. And he screenshot it and then he like sent me the picture and was like, I bet you're getting all kinds of press requests. I bet you're getting all kinds of interview requests, that kind of shit. And then this happens. It's just, I will say this. I have not been asked on to Fox in a long time. but I have yet to be told I would never be allowed to step foot in the studio again. I'm just saying. Press request from your mom. Right. Yeah, she wishes I would press my shirts and flatten them out. Oh, it's so good.